What's up, fight fans? In today's video, Khamzat Chimaev has agreed to fight Brazilian contender Caio Borralho, and that news came straight from Borralho himself.
So I think you all heard the news.
Now, looking at the bigger picture, there are really only two top names in the middleweight title race: Nassourdine, Imavov, and Khamzat Chimaev, but the big question is, who will Chimaev actually fight next? We're about to break it all down. Plus, fans are buzzing after Khamzat Chimaev posted an old training photo where he's seen choking out Caio Borralho, and the reactions are wild. Plus, Dricus du Plessis has finally responded to Khamzat Chimaev. Before we jump into the video, I've got to take a second to say thank you. 85,000 followers. That's already a small army, and I couldn't do this without you. So thanks for your support. Now, on to the big news. UFC 317 was supposed to be huge. Fans were hyped for what could have been a double main event. First, a potential lightweight super fight between Islam Makhachev and Ilia Topuria, two champions, both at the top of their game. And second, the long-awaited war between Dricus du Plessis and the undefeated monster Khamzat Chimaev for the middleweight title. On paper, this card had it all. Star power, titles on the line, real tension. But now, with International Fight Week getting closer, things are starting to fall apart. So, here's what's going on. According to reports, du Plessis got injured while training. Because of that, the UFC had to delay the fight, and they haven't given a new date yet. Right after the news broke, Khamzat went online and left a pretty strong comment. He said, "This guy is the biggest nonsense. Clearly, he's not happy about the delay, and probably doesn't believe du Plessis is really hurt." Now here's where it gets interesting. But du Plessis isn't the type to just stay quiet and take the heat. The middleweight champ fired back at the undefeated Chechen with a sharp post on X, and he brought the receipts. Du Plessis shared side-by-side screenshots of both his and Chimaev's fight history and canceled bouts over the past 2.5 years. With the post, he wrote, "Let's take a look at the last plus or minus 2.5 years and tell me who's full of bullshit." One of the top rising fighters in the UFC middleweight division, Brazilian Caio Borralho, jumped in. He said he's ready to fight Khamzat for the interim belt, basically a temporary championship until the real champ comes back. According to Borralho, Khamzat already agreed to the fight. Caio posted, "Khamzat has agreed. The only thing that makes sense is the interim belt. This fight will be better than his possible fight with Dricus. Mark my words."
So I think you all heard the news. So I heard that Dricus du Plessis is hurt for a period of time. So I know a guy that never say no to any fights. Dana, Hunter, you know who to call. I'm waiting.
I know a guy that can go there and save this event. You know what I mean? So I think I deserve this opportunity. I'm more than ready for that. I have a huge respect for Khamzat. We train already together and all that. But I know his system. I know everything that he does. I know every step that he won next, you know. And I know how to deny these steps, and I know how to win Khamzat. So I'm ready for this fight. UFC can call me. I already send them the message to Hunter, to Dana, that I'm ready to this. If no one wants this fight, I'm the guy that they should call. Let's see what they have for me, and I hope it is for the interim belt. I think it'd be a 5-round strategic fight. Yeah, I think the first 2 rounds is the critical point, you know, that I need to be aware of everything, need to deny these steps in the right way. I cannot make a mistake in these first 2 rounds. After 1.5 rounds, 2 rounds, I think the fight's getting better and better for me. If you see his fight against Kamaru Usman and Gilbert Burns, he was tired, but he was moving. He was trying to do shit. He was trying to win. You know, like, it's different when a guy is getting tired and he's kind of starting to giving up on the fight. This is low level, guys. So I don't think Khamzat is in this level. I think he's a high level guy. Even if he gets tired, and he will, I think he's gonna continue to think that he can beat me, that he will win the fight. So that's the difference between high level fights and low level fights, you know what I mean? So the guy, even if he's tired or not, he still wanted to win. He's still believing that he can win. So you need to adapt for that. You need to have a good strategy and everything. I think I had.
And that started a bit of a back and forth on Instagram between the two. Chimaev clapped back at Caio saying, "If we fight 100 times, you'll never win. If somebody knows, you know that, bro." And Caio replied, "If you say so, sign the contract and we'll see." It seems like Khamzat was referring to a past training session. There's footage out there showing Khamzat making Caio tap out during practice.
Say hi to Brazil.
Brasil, muita bola.
I went to Sweden to work with Khamzat. He's from Chechnya. There's a lot of Chechen guys talking to me. Dagestani. It's good. It's good.
How was it training with Khamzat Chimaev?
It was very hard, bro. It was good training. I evolved a lot. The time I was there was last year, so it was good. Good training.
How successful will he be at middleweight? Because we've seen him fight at middleweight, but not against any ranked opponents.
I think he can be successful any way he wants. I think better way for him is 170 because he's not that big, but he can make 185 and he will be hydrated and be strong. So he can do some noise in both divisions for sure.
Now, looking at the bigger picture in the middleweight division, there are really only two top contenders right now: Nassourdine Imavov and Chimaev. Imavov is ranked number 2, Khamzat is number 3. The rest of the division is kind of behind them. Imavov is having a great year. He's on a 4-fight win streak. 2 of those wins were finishes and 2 were strong decisions. Since early 2024, he's been on fire. If we compare their records, Imavov's been more active and fought tougher opponents. But when it comes to star power, Khamzat is way ahead. He's one of the biggest names in the UFC right now. On social media, he's got like 18 times more followers than Imavov. Still, all of this is just talk for now. The UFC hasn't announced anything official. We don't know who Khamzat's next opponent will be, or if du Plessis will recover in time. Fans reacted sharply to the fact that Khamzat published an old photo where he was choking Caio during training. Posting gym footage is pretty lame. I don't know why anyone even trains with him anymore. He does this with everyone, wrote fans. I wish we could go back to when gym footage stayed in the gym. I'm Brazilian, and Caio basically said that he wasn't trying to compete with him. He was there to help him in the camp. That's the reason why Chimaev liked him. His other sparring partners were trying to compete with him instead of helping him prepare for the fight. So this is not valid. Bros posting drills. Khamzat is so cooked. Really disappointing. Favorite fighters doing dishonorable shit. First, Islam talking about what he did to Leon when he came to AKA, and now Chimaev. But what do you personally think about this? Write your thoughts in the comments. Right now, things aren't looking great for the UFC. Fans are already starting to get nervous. International Fight Week is just 64 days away, and there's still no main event locked in for UFC 317. Because the 3 biggest fights everyone wants to see are all up in the air. First off, the Jon Jones vs. Tom Aspinall heavyweight title unification fight is still stuck in limbo. Then there's Islam Makhachev vs. Ilia Topuria, a super fight fans have been begging for. But Islam straight up said he's not taking that fight next, so now that one's on ice too. And to make it worse, Topuria says the UFC promised him a title shot if he moved up. Now he's saying he'll just wait until Islam agrees to fight. And just when you thought the UFC's injury list couldn't get any longer, a popular X account called Spinnin' Backfist pointed out that Sean O'Malley was seen on Snapchat using crutches. He's supposed to fight Merab Dvalishvili in a rematch at UFC 316 this June. But now, that fight might be in trouble too. Not the best time for the UFC. Fans are getting nervous, and unless things turn around fast, this summer might be full of disappointments instead of super fights. But Tom Aspinall knows who he's fighting next. He just can't say it yet.
I know everyone wants fight news. But I do know what's happening. I have had meetings with the UFC, as we know. I have been sworn to secrecy for a little bit. So stay tuned, stay up with the channels, stay up with the UFC channels, of course, as always, as you guys always do. But there will be news coming, hopefully, very, very soon. But if you're going to ask me, I can't give the answer right now. But stay tuned, it's coming.
Merab Dvalishvili just revealed the mouthguard he'll be wearing at UFC 316, where he's set to fight Sean O'Malley in a huge rematch. And get this, If you liked the video, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. We will be very grateful.